Greetings, Skeechlane. Skeech Prime here with my live reaction of One Piece, chapter 1155. It's almost 12 o'clock, and Luffy would say, meat time. But yeah. Nice color cover, though. I like that. They're like up high in a city structure, it looks like. Crossing over a freaking ladder for some reason. Look at Nami. She's getting help from Jinbei, and Sanji's like, "Come over to me, Nami Swan," and she's like, no." uh, Cute. Anyway, okay. So now, with the revelation that it's now confirmed, Blackbeard is the son of the legendary ultimate evil pirate Rox D. Zebek. So, where does Teach's name come from? Who knows? Probably his mother's side. Let's see here. This is a Elbath, but Pops ain't here, so I'm gonna zoom in maybe a little bit. There we go. That helps. So he crash landed, and now he's talking to the Rox pirates. Rox, the legendary pirate, came to Elbath, but why? Pops ain't here, he's on a voyage. You're all puny humans. This is the first I've ever seen one moving around for real. Wait, what do you mean, what? How cute. Hold on, did you just say Pops? You're Harold's kid? I'm guessing he can still be reached even if he's away, right? What's your name? Loki. Alright, Loki, just do what I tell you. Head on home and get someone to send urgent help or word to your Pops. Tell him to say, Loki's been seriously hurt. We've got to return to Elbath at once. Oh, okay. Now, watch your mouth. Do I look like I take orders from a human? You seriously expect my father to drop everything just because I'm hurt? Oh. His pride is a giant. It's like, you think I could be hurt so easily? And then also he feels like he's neglected by his parent, which he is, let's be honest. To a degree, anyway. I mean, he's doing good things for his people, but also, you, at this point, with established connections this strong, where literally kingdoms brought food to you, it would make sense that you could send an envoy to do the work, except maybe like an annual thing. Let's see. Yeah, right. Besides, someone as weak looking as you has no right to boss me around. Oh, he's got the Conqueror's sword going on. Rox's swordsmanship was renowned for its brutal impact, akin to a giant hammer or fire or cannon fire. It was said to blow everything in the surrounding vicinity away. He just struck a child. Grr. Vohahaha. Okay, interesting. There we have it. Loki has been seriously hurt. Harold's path crossed with this madman once before. Oh, the reverie. So, it happened during the reverie that year. Wait, does he want Harold to join? Is that because he would seemingly know who he is because he recognized him from the reverie, and probably realized through news and stuff that Harold's been traveling about the world and stuff these past many years. Someone attacked and kidnapped 5 of the kings. Holy shit. Unbelievable. That big man in black has to be the culprit. So they thought that he would. Dang. The lives of those sovereigns cannot be used to extort Mu. He doesn't care. No kidding. But it threw the Holy Land into total chaos, didn't it? So he's in the room. Wait, that's Gunko. An intruder made it all the way into the flower room, hidden deep within the Holy Land. The incident would be the first and last of its kind. The man claimed to be a Davy Jonesian pirate. Okay. What the fuck does that mean in this regard? He knew there was nothing more he could do in that moment, so he withdrew with these words. Just wait one day. I'll be back. Oh my god. Is that what Blackbeard's doing now? Is he just fulfilling the promise? Naturally, this incident would never be brought to light. Ironically, on that very day, there was another intruder in the Holy Land. Look, it's so much bigger than a normal giant. I want it as a slave, so they the freaks. No, we should kill it and have it stuffed. Guards, protect the nobles. Hot, 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 hot. I'm sorry, the negotiations went south. So he's on fire. This man's on fire. And I know trespassing is a crime, but isn't all this going a bit too far? Don't let the kidnapper get away. That wasn't me, I swear. If anything, he's a king. It's like, why would he kidnap his own, colleagues? An admiral was murdered. Oh, so this is how he was saved. Oh, look, there's rocks. The culprit ran towards the castle. Proceed with caution. It's just one thing after the other. For a minute there, I thought that man's face was turned in two different directions. Seize that biggin. That biggin. Oh, Techie's gonna have a fun day with that line. If he reads the same translation, anyway. That must be the guy who kidnapped the kings. How dare he use us as a scapegoat? I'll show him. A giant in the Holy Land. Don't your kind lurk in the boonies? Oh my god, they actually clash. This is fucking awesome. The clash between the two strangers blew away everyone within a 5-kilometer radius. Holy fuck. Vahahaha, state your name. Barahahaha, it's Harold. I'm Rocks. Angle your next strike towards the town. We'll enslave you if you get caught. Or they'll enslave you. What? Why? Don't ask questions. Yeah. So that's how... How do I get to Elbath? The new world is that way. Vahaha, if you survive this, let's meet again, Harold. That's why he wants to meet him. Okay. Don't be ridiculous. If I'd ever associate with a criminal like you... What the... Are you seriously just gonna jump off the edge? Rocks had taken down a Navy admiral just moments earlier. Despite... Okay, what is his bounty? Oh, dang it, we don't get to see his bounty. Despite all the efforts to save him, the admiral did not survive. It was deemed the most egregious of sins. In the blink of an eye, Rock's infamy boomed. The event sent a powerful shockwave throughout the seas. Sometime later, a ship carrying a great amount of celestial tribute to the... He stole it. Of celestial tribute to Marijola was attacked. The gates of justice were destroyed, and the attacker fled the scene. The stolen funds were later used to support Rock's pirate activities. Until that point, Rox had always acted against the world government. But after that, he started to target pirates too. Oh. He is just chaos. But I mean, this is also something we kind of see with, with Blackbeard in a way. In the world of pirates, there exists a long-standing tradition known as a Davy Back fight. Okay, so that's coming back into play. So, is this how he... Wait, does that mean that all of the frickin' members of his crew were just the captains of various crews, and then once he died, they just went back home? Pirate crews would compete in a series of matches, wagering their flags or even their crewmates in a truly ruthless game. So that's what he meant by Davy Backian pirate. Rox used this tradition to build an entire crew. They had... Wait, then what did he wager? I guess his flag every time? So now we know how Stussy, Whitebeard, and even Shiki have joined him. So, of the time that we saw him on Elbath. They had won many scoundrels to their side before they even had a flag. Wait, then what did you wager? After that, that's it. They made their way to Elbath. Elbath Quest Castle. Oh no. I rushed home as fast as I could, but I'm glad you've already turned the corner to your recovery. Thank goodness. So, so Harald is here. So a little time passed. I know that you're strong, Loki, but you shouldn't wander the realm of the dead. You got lucky escaping with nothing more than that after falling off that cliff. Says the man who jumped off the fucking red line. Um, there's plenty of more dangers than just lurking deeper inside. Dad really came back. It has to be a coincidence. He couldn't have come for me. I mean, he seems to care. Rox, I've heard all about your crimes. What are you doing here? I missed ya, Harold. You gotta join my crew. Okay, so, oh my god. There's the giant frickin' general zombie we saw. The one that's like clad in armor. That has to be him. And then we have this gangster looking dude. And then I don't know who that one's supposed to be, if anybody we know. So there's like two unknowns, and one I suspect is that guy. so the crew is a little bigger than we thought, but then again, some time passed. So I don't think he would have left Elbath. So they must have been on the ship then. The world government won't hear you out, right? You get it now. The time has come. Don't be stupid. If I anchor myself with a thug like you, I'll lose all that goodwill I've built up with my allies. What of it? Aren't those ally government pawns? What's the point of reaching for someone that's impossible? You gotta level the playing field. Don't be a wet blanket, Harold. Elbath has the greatest warriors in the world. If something churns your stomach, you should just crush it. That's the old way. Elbath has changed. People never change. That same bloodlust is still pulsing through you. Hey, can't you two just enjoy the meal? So Whitebeard's like, yeah, come on, look at this steak. It's like is the size of me. Let's go stake a claim. You guys should know that if you follow a man like him, he'll only lead to ruin. Following that moron? Don't make me laugh. We're all completely out for ourselves. None of us would bat an eye if Rox died. Well, that's not to say his plans don't have a certain appeal. They could provide or prove very lucrative. Okay, so we're going to get to know who these people are. So we're getting... So of the two that I didn't know. Oh, so that is Mrs. Bucking. A tech bandit? Oh, no. Okay, so I wasn't wrong when I called her Mrs. Bucking last chapter. Even though I should have said Stussy, but, either way. So Shiki the Wicked, so he isn't the Golden Lion yet. Future Golden Lion. Miss Bucking, the tech bandit. Bucking Stussy. And then Don Marlon. Gangster from the West Blue. Interesting. Another person from the West Blue. See the one that's buried in frickin' Wano? Because notice we didn't get that frickin' part of the story then. Have you heard of Hachinosu, the place they call the Isle of Exiles, or even Pirate Island? Countries all around the world send their worst inmates there as a form of penal exile. It was meant to be a barren island with no food where all you could do was wait for death. Edward Newgate, future Whitebeard. Wait, who's the other guy? Pirate Prophet. Akhoku? Future Commodore of Pirate Island. Oh. And then Ganzu the Smuggler is the other guy, so maybe it isn't who I thought it was. But last year, the survivors started banding together, and why do you think that happened? Believe it or not, the island had a massive gold deposit. A shady organization found out and got involved. Well, I guess the smuggler would know about that. They helped the criminals amass a fortune and really pissed off the government. These days, anyone who gets near the island gets swarmed by the hardened criminals. They'll strip you of everything. So now we know why it's called the Pirate Island, essentially. I do like that it was an island for exiles, and then they totally turned it on its head. So then we call a deal with the government. I ask, how much are you going to pay us if we take out that island back for you guys? Well, once we got the money, we'll take back Pirate Island and split the mountain load of loot between us. But there's no way in hell we're just going to hand over the island and those criminals after that. Get it? You're going to con the government. I'll take charge of Hachinosu. I mean, even if you didn't, considering that Pochoku is the one who becomes the Commodore, which is kind of funny that it's Commodore. So that wasn't something that Blackbeard just came up with. So he became the next Commodore, which actually makes me wonder. Well, I think it is even said that he killed the previous Commodore, which I think was that guy's name was mentioned. So now we've met the man to the name. So yeah, it is all connecting. I do like that. We'll turn it into a pirate paradise. I can already see the government marines standing there like clueless dogs. Vahaha. This is just the prologue to my life. Using that island as my base, I'll crush the Navy, bring the Holy Land crashing down, and after that, I'm going to be king of the world. You know, Titanic style. Your enemies are too big. You're picking a fight with the whole planet. Say what you want. One day someone's bound to pull it off. There's no such thing as power that lasts forever. Join me, Harold. If we team up, we'll be unstoppable. Oh, and Loki's hearing all of this. This is why he wanted to join him. Quit inviting me. I told you I'm the king. That doesn't matter. The world? I'm going to go claim it. The whole damn world. Loki suddenly realized he had found salvation. 4 years passed. Harald continued rejecting the numerous invites he received until one day. Rox's plan had finally reached its fruition. Backed by his monstrous crew, he would send shockwaves, set sail, you bastards, throughout the world. So it was the day that he finally had formed an actual pirate crew. And I'm guessing this is leading up to the gold, or yeah, what is it called? The God Valley incident. The legend embarks. And there's a break next week. Alright. So, getting to see more of what Rox is like as a person. If you're powerful and it suits his needs, he'll use you. And he's formed a crew through the Davy Back fights, which is interesting. We've never actually seen a whole crew formed like that. Now, be it there's a few missing members based on what we now know. We have Ganzu, the smuggler. You've got the guy who will eventually become the Commodore of Hachinosu, who then becomes the freaking death by Blackbeard. So it's kind of interesting that we got to meet him. We didn't really know who he was. I don't think it had mentioned that he had been a member of Rox's crew when we learned about him and, Hachinosu before. So, when we first learned about it. So that's cool. And then, we got Stussy, we got Whitebeard, and we got Shiki. Going by different names or whatever in some cases. And then the gangster dude who we never saw before, so, and he's from the West Blue, so, but his name doesn't align with anybody we know, so I'm assuming he's just another one of the various mob bosses that, or affiliation with a mob boss from the West Blue, as we know Capone is. So, though he was actually running his own organization. So, so I wonder if he actually knew who this guy was, because he's probably dead now. So, but you know, tales of the old guard do trickle down through time. So, be interesting if maybe Capone's own dad like clashed with him and took over his organization after he had to join up with Roxas. So that could have been interesting. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. Loki like getting tricked kind of to get Harald to come back, so then he the whole thing could be orchestrated, and then this eventually leads to Loki finding admiration amongst these powerful people and wanting to join them. But the bigger things, Harald got set on fire. I'm not exactly sure how he got set on fire, and that's what distracted things, but the nobles wanted him. So I'm kind of wondering if it was all completely by accident that exposed him. They realized what he was and they wanted him. You know, slave or just taxidermy in the case of one dude. I hope your castle ceilings are tall enough. You rich fucks. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. And then the fact that he offed one of the admirals and then went all the way to the flower room. He talked with Eam. What? And also we're seeing, you know, Stussy, or not Stussy, Gunko. So she is at least as old as we think she is given the flashback. She looks the same age based on what we can see of her. And she's always had like the blind looking eye apparently, so not fully sure what that's all about. Still not fully clear to what her connection with Brooke is, but time will tell. So it's just kind of interesting how she's there. So I'm kind of wondering if that's supposed to connect with her. I mean, Harald wasn't there, so maybe that wouldn't work. But anyway, yeah. Trying to think what else was interesting. Also, we didn't even get to learn who the admiral was actually, which is kind of weird. I expected to at least learn a name. Maybe that, you know, they're not going to be of note because they've been dead for 40 something years, but it would have been nice to see. Because then if we do another flashback, we could see how they became an admiral, maybe, you know, with 1 feat of strength, you know. But no, we don't get that. But anyway, yeah. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Links down below for all my socials. I'm part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, later days. Until next time, Quiche-lings. Rox, he lives up to the hype.